Hello, my dear public, nice to see you again. Today we are going to read about Christmas Day. Here I have a puzzle without pieces on it, in which 9 parts are split. Everything begins with a square man, with a square head and a square heart, who lives only with his dog Max.
There's a town called Whoville in which people like Christmas a lot. But there's one angry member who does not. He hates Christmas so much that he wants to stop it, but no one ever thought about what he will do for it.
Christmas is one of the most familiar seasons to people who live in Circular Village. The circles whom get together to celebrate this special holiday like a child when rides his first bicycle on Christmas Day.
All the Whos celebrate. They buy toys and make so much noise. Then they sit down for a feast. All they want is eat, eat, and eat. When they finish, they get together. They start singing like they're in sunny weather.
To get together to sing, eat, and to give presents have been the aim of this special day, in which the square man doesn't put up with that anymore. As a kid who do not receive his special gift from his family.
The Grinch gets an awful wonderful idea. First, he needs a reindeer, but since there is none, he creates his own. He puts a costume on his dog Max, a red thread, and a big horn on his front. Then he creates his own, a red hat and a red coat. Finally, when everything is ready, he takes his ramshackle sleigh pulled by Max to go down on the town and achieve his plan.
The square man thinks that the circles do not represent the complete Christianity, therefore, he gets anxiety for this profanity. He avoids one commandment to stop this suffering for the greater God of Christianity.
All the windows are dark, so the Grinch can go up. He goes down the chimney, being really careful, and he thinks the Whos can't be that faithful. He starts stealing the socks, then the decoration, then the icebox, and everything seems successful.
Break into the houses is the plan for the square man, who does not care steal everything, putting in a big bag.
But he doesn't count with a thing. A little Who is wake up. She wants a glass of water and doesn't understand why Santa Claus is doing that. He is stealing the tree, and an idea come up. He tells her, "There's a light that won't light on. I'm taking it to fix it, and then it will be solved." He sends her to bed, and in a second he's gone. The last thing he takes is the log for the fire. Then he will do the same with all the Whos houses.
Telling lies. It is a good option to cover his plan. However, Cindy does not trust him, and she goes to bed with a cup of milk between her hands.
It is still late. All the Whos are sleeping when the Grinch goes up the mountain with all their presents. He wants to throw them all, and hear Who's painful noise. He has stolen their Christmas and wants them to feel bad. But he hears nothing, so starts putting attention. The Whos are not screaming, they are in celebration.
He is really surprised. His plan did not work. Maybe bad people do not receive what they want.
All the Whos are singing, the tall and the small. They don't need presents, because they are having fun.
Nothing more than love is necessary to celebrate. No one deserves in this day pain or hate.
Now the Grinch understands it, for whose presents aren't all. He goes down to the mountain with everything he stole. He is ready to share everything at all. He feels the way in which his heart increased, and he finally has a good Christmas Eve.
The Grinch got something special by doing good. He received love and food, something he would have never thought about before.
The Grinch understood that he never hated Christmas. He hated the feeling of not being a part of it, not to be able to celebrate it with people he could love. He hated how materialism became more important than a celebration where the main objective was the birth of Jesus, supposedly called the Messiah. Dr. Seuss makes a representation on how the human beings incorrectly celebrate Christmas Day. This situation is represented on Unnecessary Hugh Fest and Buying. Furthermore, he allows us to see how people put all the necessary efforts just to celebrate it for one day.